gosh. These guys scare me. Sometimes they get so close. Hey guys, it's me, Tracy, and I am here today for today's vlog. It's like already 1 o'clock and I'm getting a really late start. The reason why is because I am trying to get these vlogs and these videos uploaded on my iMovie. It keeps on telling me that my disk is full, so I keep on having to transfer files out and everything else out of my computer and switch them all over to an external hard drive and blah 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 blah. So anyways, I'm trying to make room on my computer so then I can get these videos on. So in the meantime, I have been like spending so much time on my computer trying to get the videos uploaded and then also uploaded onto YouTube, because there was a couple of days where they were over 20 minutes. So that takes like pretty much like a full day for them to upload onto YouTube. So that's what I've been dealing with. So if by the time that you get this video and I'm still like a day or two behind, that's the reason. So I might have to do like a couple of days that are like just short vlogs. I'm not really sure. I have to figure out what I'm gonna do here in the next day or two, depending on how backed up I am. But anyways, Faith is at a field trip today. She is panning for gold, and Scott is with her as a chaperone with her classroom. So if he gets any pictures or any videos, I will post them right now. So hopefully he took some videos or some pictures for me, and if he did, hope you enjoyed them, and if not, sorry, I did ask him to. So I have about a half an hour before I have to pick her up from school. But in the meantime, I would like to share with you my little mini greenhouse, which is right over here. So I'm gonna go ahead. My mom got this for me a few years ago, and also got that one right over there for me. There's nothing inside of that one. But in this one, I'm going to give you a little bitty tour, only because there's not a whole lot in here. But what I do, for those that are interested in my gardening stuff, what I do is I recycle. And so you can plant in pretty much anything. So in this case, I save all of my milk jugs, and I also save all of like my little, my quart size containers also. And then all I do is I just like get a knife, or I get some scissors, some kitchen shears, and I just cut the tops off. As you can see here, I just cut the tops off. Right down here you'll even see that I am using a Starbucks cup, and I am also using an ice cream tub. And then all you have to do is just get a knife and just kind of like, you know, poke some holes down at the bottom of all of these containers. So let me see, that one has, see how you just kind of like get a knife and just like jab some holes in there. That ways it'll allow the water to escape instead of staying in there and kind of making like a pool of water. And then what happens is the soil will get nasty, it'll start to mold, or your plants will die. So anyway, so what I do is I just go ahead and cut the tops off like I said. Now I know that I mentioned in a video a few vlogs back that I belong to a seed club. Well, the seed club that I belong to is called Mike the Gardener, and there's his information right there. And then down at the very down in the description, I will leave the link to his website, and then also my referral number. So then if you guys, after me talking to you guys, if this is something that you guys are interested in, then you guys can also just click on that link. And if you do subscribe to the Seed Club, then you can just use, I would really love it if you guys would use my referral code, so then I can get some free seeds myself. If not, it's no big deal. This is not a paid sponsorship in any which way. This is just me and the way that I garden here at my home. Mike is not paying me to, you know, give a blurb or whatever on this. This is just something that I am subscribed to, that I'm just mentioning on my own free will. But the thing that I like about the seeds is that they are non-GMO. And so this last month I got some Chinese cabbage. I got some corn, some golden beauty. And these gonna spill out if I'm not careful. And then I got some squash right here. And so putting those seeds to the side, there was another packet which is over on the other side of the yard where I keep all of my seeds. But these ones right here are, what I do is I just label, I'm going to turn this around, this is the squash. So until I am able to get my containers ready, I just go ahead and start my seeds into these containers, and then I just transplant them into my buckets. This one here is also the squash as well. Here's another squash. So what I did was I emptied out my entire packet of squash seeds, which were these ones right here. So there's not any more seeds in this one. I just went ahead and started them all into these little recycled milk jugs, and then those will all be transferred eventually to my buckets. And then these right here, these are my corn that I showed you the seeds for. And then this one right here is corn as well. And then, see, like this one was an old container that I got. I don't even know where. I think somebody was throwing it away and I saw it on the side of the street or something. And I went ahead and picked it up. And so, yeah, I just go ahead and throw soil in it and put my seeds in it. And this is corn. Inside this here, I have it labeled that this is corn. This one here. This one here. This one is a little bit different. This one is the Chinese cabbage. Let's see. That's this one right here. Chinese cabbage. I've never had Chinese cabbage before, so that's what I like about Mike's Seed Club, is that it allows me to try different varieties of fruits and vegetables. So it looks like there's a couple of little seedlings here starting to grow. So once these mature a little bit more, then what I'm going to do is just go ahead and transfer those over to my buckets, and they will be good to go. With the corn, I am thinking about possibly just getting like a little kiddie pool and then putting all of my corn into one of those kiddie pools. I've seen a couple of YouTube videos with people doing that, and I really like that method, so I don't know. We'll see what happens. I think that would be a really great idea. I can go to Walmart and get a kiddie pool for like 10 bucks and then just fill it up with some dirt and some Miracle Grow or something, and those will grow really beautifully. So yeah, if you guys have any questions about the way that I guess the way that I garden inside of my containers, or what containers I use other than the ones that I've already showed you, feel more than welcome to ask me any question. I'm not too stern when it comes to gardening, you know, like there's like some people that are like really like stricklers. You do this and you have to use this and you have to use that and you have to use this kind of fertilizer and you have to use this kind of soil. I am not that way. I just use what is around. I use my resources. I have a compost where I throw all of my vegetables into the pile, and you know, clippings that I have around here in the yard, and you know, I just make it work. So, and then the dirt that I just get from our local landfill. They have well, not from the landfill, it's by our landfill, and what it is it's like a gardening place where they sell like wood chips and soil and compost and stuff. So I get our compost in bulk. I fill up our entire bed of our truck for $15 with the compost, and sometimes I could get compost just by itself, but I like to mix the compost with dirt. I get like a 50-50 combination, and I go that way. So That's what I do. Everybody's different. Everybody gardens different. In the end, isn't it really important that we're eating healthier, right? So that's what I do here in my garden. Now, as far as the containers go, I wanted to let you guys know. Let me show you some examples here really quick. Okay, so I have these two different size buckets here. Okay, you have this one here and you have this big huge 5-gallon bucket here. Now you can get buckets for free, and that's what I do. What I do is I go to my local grocery store where they have, it has to have like a bakery section, and what I do is I just give them a phone call early in the morning, because what they do is they, you know, bake their cakes and their cupcakes and the pastries and all that stuff. Well, they deal with a lot of frosting. So what I do is I call them up in the morning time and I ask them if they can save their buckets, and I'll come and pick them up. They are so willing to give me the buckets for free. The reason why is because it saves them a trip from having to go out to the big dumpster, and so I take them off of their hands. So that's where I get a lot of my buckets. Like these ones right here, I got these ones from Lowe's when I first started gardening, and that was like 3 or 4 years ago. So they last quite a long time. So you can get these, like I said, from a bakery section in your local store. There's tons of resources out there, guys, where you can get your buckets for free. So if you feel like you have to spend a lot of money on buckets or containers, you don't. As you can see, I got my buckets for free. I use milk jugs, I use orange juice and lemonade containers. I mean, it's endless what you can use. Like for instance, here's another example here. There was an old dresser that my mom was getting ready to throw away. It was pretty shady. It wasn't really worth keeping the dresser because it was falling apart. But I kept the drawers that were inside of the dresser, just pulled the drawers out and just added soil and dirt and popped in some strawberries that were growing wild in my front yard. And here they go. You know, there's so many different things that you can use. You don't have to use just, you know, like a store-bought pot. You know, use your resources wisely, and you guys will come up with a beautiful garden of your own. That's a little something about my garden. There's a lot more that I want to show you guys, but given the time that I have right now to talk about it, I will keep that for another day. It's a beautiful day today. It's very, very cloudy out here. I don't know if you can see that in the background, but there's no sun whatsoever, so hopefully it doesn't rain, because remember yesterday I told you guys when I got my car washed, like, I bet you anything it's gonna rain. Well, it hasn't rained yet, so I'm keeping my fingers crossed that it doesn't rain, because it's supposed to be like a 20% chance of rain. So I hope that doesn't happen. You know what? There's a hummingbird over here. Oh, he just flew away. Of course he did. I'm going to see if I can get you guys some hummingbirds before the day's end. Because, you know, like yesterday's vlog, I filled up all of my feeders. So the hummingbirds are coming out. So anyway, another thing is that I need to fill up this bird feeder also with some seeds, so that will be one of my projects for today. Alright, it's all filled up, ready for the birds to eat. Right there, he's up in my pomegranate tree. How cute he is. Wish I can get closer. I have my camera zoomed in as much as I can. He has like a red head. Gosh, these guys scare me. Sometimes they get so close. There he is, he's eating. So cute. So there's a yellow bird that comes around, and I don't know what kind of bird it is, but it's a yellow bird, and it's, oh wait, There's another hummingbird. Wait a minute. Oh, he just flew away. Gosh darn it. But we have this big mulberry tree right here above me. Let me see if I can step away from it so you guys can see it. Okay, so this tree right here, we have lots of birds that will go in there, especially the hummingbirds. And there's a yellow bird that comes around, and I don't know what kind of bird it is. You know what? Let me see if it's on the package, because I could have swore. Okay, yeah. If you guys can identify this bird and tell me what kind it is the most beautiful bird. Oh my gosh. Aside from hummingbirds, of course. What is this yellow bird right here? I don't know what bird that is. So if you guys know what bird that is, let me know, because there's one that comes around here. It has like a very unique chirp, and it is so pretty. It's like it has color, like the yellow is like a yellow of like a bird from the Amazon jungle. I've been to the Amazon jungle, which is a whole nother story in itself, but I've been to Canaima, Venezuela, but that's a whole different story in itself. But anyway, the colors are so amazing. And so whenever I see this bird, I'm like, oh man, I wish I just knew what kind it was. All right, so I've picked Faith up from school, and we are now at gymnastics, and there's something that I need to show you guys. Rain. No! This sucks! Look at the rain clouds! No! Ah! See, I told you, every time I get my car washed, every single time. That's why I don't like to get my car washed so often. Because this always happens. It always rains. And remember yesterday when I was at the car wash, I specifically checked the forecast. And it said that it was going to be in the 70s. And it was going to be windy. There was no freaking forecast for rain. I swear to you guys. And now look it. Ah! This sucks. And look at the clouds above me. I want to cry. Oh, what a freaking bummer. You guys, does this ever happen to you? Seriously. Does this ever happen to you where you wash your car and like in the next day or that day it starts to rain? Serenity now. This is what I'm driving home to, folks. Yep. You are my sunshine, my little sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You never know, dear, how much I love you. So please don't take my sunshine away. Yeehaw! Love cloudy days. Yes, we do. So something that I had to come out here and do is out here in my front yard, I put these garden bags out here, and I'll give you more information about these here in a few days. But I had some poor planning. If you look here, there's water from the rain coming down, and it's right going on top of my lettuce. So let me pull this back here so you can actually see what I'm talking about. See, and so when the water comes down, it hits right on top of this lettuce, and then I have another head of lettuce right down here. And with the last rain that we had, remember when we went to the mud run, it like totally ruined my lettuce, and so that's what those pieces are, is just lettuce that go into my compost bin. But I don't want that to happen again, especially if it starts raining really hard. So what I've done to keep it from getting damaged is I just put buckets over my heads of lettuce. This is the only bed that is getting the most of the damage from not having the rain gutters up on my rooftop there. So hopefully that will help it. Oh, another one that got a little messed up too is my watermelon. I have some watermelon in here. Let me show you my watermelon. So I have some watermelon plants there, and those got a little, the dirt right in here in this area got a little messed up. So I'm gonna go ahead and cover this up also, so then the water doesn't damage it again once it comes off of the top of the roof. So that way it'll just hit the buckets and just bounce off, and it won't damage the plants. And then also it'll kind of keep the plants warm as well, so then it doesn't get too cold for them. I don't anticipate getting too cold here where I live, but it'll protect it and keep them nice and cozy warm like a blanket. So anyways, that was my little project for today. I thought I'd share that. I don't know if you guys have any interest in that or not, but I'm putting it out there because it's something I did today. Okay, so here's another thing that I do since I don't have rain gutters out here in my backyard either. Again, this is my valance here, and I don't have the rain gutters, and so what I do is I put my my buckets that I have not yet drilled holes into yet on the bottoms, and I use those to catch the rainwater. So that way I don't have to use the water from the hose. I have nice fresh water from the rain. So again, I'm using my resources, and I'm using what Mother Nature is giving me for free. And I usually have more buckets than this, but I've used all of my buckets, so I need to get some more, because these are the only ones that don't have, that I haven't drilled into yet. So anyway, so yeah, so make sure that when it rains, if you're in an area that doesn't rain a whole lot, make sure that you get your containers and you catch that water, and in that way your plants will have nice fresh water. Good thing that it's raining now instead of while Faith was at her field trip, because that would have really sucked. But oh man, it's actually kind of cold out here right now. Let's see, what does it say right now the temperature is? 60 degrees, about 57, 58 degrees. Yeah, huh. Man, that's so weird. You know, it's like it goes from like triple digits to like 57 degrees in like a matter of a few days. It's crazy. Faith is going to ask the question of the day. So Faith, what is the question of the day? Have you thought of it yet?
No.
Oh, it's a good one.
If you had one wish, what would it be?
Yeah.
Ooh.
If you had one wish, what would it be?
And then you couldn't wish for more wishes.
So it would just be one wish.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. Okay.
Nope.
So, alright, so that's the question of the day.
Mine?
From Scott and Faith. If you had one wish, what would it be?
For me?
Yeah, what would be your one wish? Wait, Scott, before he goes, what would be your one wish?
Well, I said to the kids to have a happy life.
Oh.
If you have a happy life, everything's going to be good, right? It's not bad.
Yeah.
To make everybody that I see smile. There you go.
That's a good one. All right. So there you have it. That's the question of the day. Scott said he didn't want to ask the question of the day, and then when I asked Faith, that he came up with the question of the day. So I'm glad that he came up with the question of the day. So between Scott and Faith, they got it done.